Welcome back. We are in day 12, upper body week 3. So we're taking things up a level, but we are still going to start with our warm up, shoulder roll forward. Here we go. You know, I always remind you, because it's upper body, so take advantage of these shoulder rolls. Especially in today's sequence because we are changing it a bit. So before we've had the 9 moves and we did them for about 30 seconds with a 10-minute rest. Here we're going down and over. But because we are bumping things up, same 9 moves, original sequence, but we're gonna bump it up to 45 seconds with just a 5-second rest. Watch, shoulder roll back. I know it's nuts, but you got this. We got this. We got this. Yeah, you totally worked up for this. Might feel a little bit of a challenge, but we're working on that stamina and that endurance, right? We're upping everything up, now down, other side. So that's why we wanted to keep the same movements that we've been using and getting used to, but challenging ourselves in different ways. Here we go with the side lunge. Left. So that's the only way you're gonna build, right? The only way you're gonna get to the next level. You gotta keep challenging yourself. So, oh, and in addition to that, we're gonna do, instead of 2 rounds, 3 rounds, right? This is the 3rd week. So, you'll be working today. 1 more each side. And we're high knees. Or jog it out. Drive those elbows back. Again, even if you're stepping, wide movement. Bring your knees up as high as comfortable for you. But make sure you're challenging yourself, even in the warm-ups a bit. You want to make sure your heart rate is coming up. Going into our jumping jack variation of the side. Step here. Yeah. And if you're ready, you've been bouncing, and you're ready to take it here, you can. Use it wherever you need to be. Do a little bit more of this. Gotta get this ready. Workout, this is what's happening. 3 rounds. And we're doing our side step here, right and left. There we go. Like these step like a squat, and kind of stay there and bring it down. If you have the room, bring that wide, right? Like cover a little bit of ground there. Obviously, the lower and wider you step, the more energy you're exerting. Awesome. Now we're going into our squat. Down and up. There we go. Which is good because remember in our upper body we still have those dumbbell swings. So we're going to use these muscles, same muscles. So you still need to put attention into this warm up. Last one. Hip opener, open. There we go. It's nice, like, having these every time, it's just like that familiar. Before we change other things up on you. But we're always gonna keep these warm-ups the same. Last one. Awesome. So, like I said, upper body, same sequence going back to the first week, which was day 2. So we're starting with our scissor sequence, right? We have our horizontal to vertical V swing, dumbbell swing, wide bicep curl. We end with our tricep sequence. So we're gonna go a little bit longer. This week, you may decide to bump it up. I think, I'm gonna use some of my weights?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give first a set of 3s. There we go. So I'm gonna use the fives because we're going into the next week, so it's our opportunity. She doesn't have to use them on every move, but there might be some moves where she's like, you know what? I want to bump this up a level. Probably not on the triceps, there's gonna be some moves. And you might feel the same way. Have some weights for you, maybe they're light weights, maybe you bump it up to medium. You know, you don't always have to use them for every move, but you have options we've been teaching you every single week, every single day. This is your opportunity to take this journey at your pace. It's about you. So we're gonna start here with our horizontal scissors. Again, Chris is gonna choose when to use them, what works best for her. I'm gonna probably stick with the fives for most of these since I'm bumping it up. So we're gonna sit this down, horizontal scissors. Ready, and breathe it out. Awesome. So remember, we're here for a little bit longer than we have been. So you still want to maintain that slow and controlled movement. Maybe you find that if you're staying on not using weights, like maybe that's where you started and you're still kind of there, right? Because we're bumping with the time and that works perfectly fine. Maybe you take the pace a little bit quicker. Again, as long as it's controlled, that's the biggest thing. Just bring it here. Awesome, and rest. We're gonna go into our vertical snow rest. Literally, here we go.
That was the rest.
That was the best. Awesome. Go slow. And know the slower you go, the harder it is. Having that controlled movement, honestly, it's like, you might think, well, if I can do this really fast and get in twice as many reps, like, that's a good workout. But taking it slow and controlled, that's a lot of work, right? That's where your muscles under tension. Awesome. And rest. We're going into the V-swing. I'm just gonna use one weight for this. Here we go. Right. Awesome. So Chris is holding hers at the base, which is perfectly fine. It's you. There's no like wrong way or right way. You just breathe this. Breathe through it. Like concentrating. So focused. 5 pounds. Last one. And we're going into our dumbbell swing. And here we go in just a few seconds. And down and up. Straight up. You might see both of us kind of bounce on that up. It's because we're using our glutes to push us up, right? Keep going. So you have it down and the push up. The push up. But I'm keeping the glutes tucked under. Okay, that's propelling me up. That's the strength. I'm not using my back. I'm using all of these big muscles to get me up. Give me one more. Awesome. Into our wide bicep curl. That's not a long time. We're gonna do full bicep. Down and up. Here we are. Down. All the way up. Full bicep. There we go. So keeping those elbows into your side. Bring them up nice and slow. Even coming down, right? The controlled motion on the down. That's gonna work it. It's working it. I actually might switch this up on the next round. And rest. We're going into our chest abduction. Here we are, hands at the side. Bring it in. So that's why this next round, I mean, it's a challenge because you don't have, not only the reps longer, right? Not only are we sitting in these moves longer, we have less recovery time. So that's why if you feel like I didn't use weights on the first 2 rounds and I'm still not using weights, it's okay because you're working. We are working that body to push. So you might find that you don't want to add weights, or maybe you added weights on week 2 and then you got to take them back because we're really working this. One more. In and rest. Upright bicep curl. Woo. Hands up. And here we go. In and out. Yep, that's okay. You don't have to do together. Awesome. Keep breathing. Make sure you're keeping a straight spine in this. You want to make sure you're protecting your back, your middle back, your upper back. There you go. Last one. Awesome. Tricep kick back. Here we go. Over. Good call. Ready and back in. I mean, the crazy thing was, I was actually going to tell her she didn't put those down. Don't put them down. I really was.
I knew.
Especially because, I mean, that's a lot of weight to put under for 45 seconds for 9 moves, really. And so that's why I constantly say, it's just be mindful of where you're at and don't feel like you have to mimic what someone else is doing, how someone else is doing it. I think that's probably one of the biggest important things I can tell you is just be where you need to be. One more time. And rest. And then we're going to go into the tricep clap back. Here we go. Because honestly, like when you're able to be where you are, a lot of times you'll make progress faster and quicker, right? Because if you're trying to be where someone else is, your body's like trying to figure out what you doing, right? So sometimes taking it back, taking a different variation will actually help you progress in your body where you are faster. So I think sometimes it's hard for us to grasp that. It's like we have to go super hard, you know, and do the crazy things to make progress, but maybe our body is not there and it's harder for it to make that progress. Last one and rest. Woo! Shake your arms out. Shake it out, get some water. I'm actually gonna make an adjustment. So I'm actually gonna swap out Chris's weights.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this. So we're gonna bring it down. I'm gonna steal these from her.
Take them. I'll sacrifice.
Okay, we're about to jump back in. So we're going to horizontal scissors. Here we go. That was a quick transition. There we are. Because like I said, I knew we're going through this 3 times. And we've pushed this to a next level. So there's no way I was gonna make it 3 rounds using the 5 in every single move. Of course, there's gonna be moments when I pick them up and I use them, but it's not gonna serve me or my body if I'm like literally just like straining myself. So maybe adjustment. Rest. Quick break. Not even a break. Vertical scissors. Here we go. There we go. Because even though I brought these weights down, I'm still working. I'm still sweating. You see the sweat on my face? Awesome. How did the 2 pounds feel?
Feeling good. I don't think I would have made it with the other ones either.
Right, I mean, that's what it's about, right? It's like, you want to set yourself up for success, because what happens if you're like, I'm gonna pull out the 12-pound weights, and then you make like 2 moves, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I suck. You don't. Here we go, we're going to the B swing. You do 1 weight or 2 weights.
Bring it down.
You know? There you go. It's that balance of pushing yourself, but also something that's realistic. Like, you want to do things, you want to set goals for yourself that are attainable, right? You want to go in there and say, I want to work out for an hour every day for 30 days. And you've like never done that ever, right? And so when it gets hard on day 4, what are you gonna do, right? It's just set reasonable benchmarks, reasonable goals, but still, push yourself a little harder. This last one, it's that balance. We're going into a dumbbell swing. You get 1-5. And here we go. Down and up. I feel stronger in this move than day 2 and from day 7. How about you?
So much stronger. I mean, it's still work.
It's still work, of course.
But I can feel progress.
It's like you can feel yourself either being able to get a little lower or just move a little bit easier through these. 1 more. Awesome. We're going to a wide bicep curl. Into the back. And in. Here we go. And also be mindful of, like, what is it that you did the day before? For me, I love doing things outdoors. So if, I went on a hike yesterday that I tried to do one day, I am not gonna go crazy with the weights because my legs have really worked. So don't take it as, just because I didn't do the same exact thing as I did last time, as being a step back and rest. Always be mindful of what has your body been doing. Maybe you're more active now. We're in the chest, wide bicep curl. So I'm gonna adjust this. You're gonna go up fast and then slow all the way down. It's like up, 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So just changing it slightly. Making our muscles gas. That's always a good thing. Because muscle memory is a real thing. Our bodies get used to doing something. That's why even if it's been a while, if you've stepped away from a fitness regimen, you get back in, your body remembers movement pretty quickly and rest. We're gonna go into our chest abduction. Here we go. These ones get harder to go through.
This is tough.
This is. You're like, this is such a simple movement. No, it is not.
Go back to my arms.
I love it. And rest. Okay, we're going into our tricep kickback. You want that? Yeah. Here we go. And back, in, back, out, and in. Awesome. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more for me. This is one of those moves where I am constantly tweaking it. Like I'm always trying to find the right level of height. And I think about it to talk about every time I get into this move. Because I feel like it can be different for me from day to day as my body changes and I gain strength in certain places. I have to constantly adjust this level so that I can protect my back and rest. Do your tricep clap back. We're done with the second round. Here we go. And clap it. And I'm gonna constantly remind you, it's like, if you can be here, bent over, that's comfortable. If you need to bring it up, if your feet need to be together, find what's gonna work for your body. Like do that body scan through. And it's like, do I feel any tension in my spine? And rest. Yes! And if you do, make that adjustment. Have a little bit of a rest here. And then we go into our final round. Man, you guys are feeling it. Taking it up, man, that requires a level of commitment to stick with it. Right, you've gotten through 2 rounds. You can absolutely do 1 more. Like you have 9 more moves. What is it? It's gonna be like a total less than 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, I was not a math major. I don't know what time it was. Okay, we're gonna go to our horizontal scissors. Here we are. I'm like, I said less than 5 minutes. I don't know how accurate that is. But it's like, if you did it twice, you can do 1 more. Here we go. Keep breathing. Keep your core engaged. That's what's really gonna help you through as you're feeling fatigued, right? Your arms might start really feeling like noodles. Keep your core, keep that strength there, and breathe. You got this, and rest. Vertical swing, scissors. There we go. Let's get started for this. I don't even know what a vertical swing would be.
You go first.
There we go. Slow, controlled breathing. If you find your breathing is getting a little bit fast and out of control, just slow it down. You can control that. And round. I'm going to switch this out to 1.15. You need the best bet for me on this. And up. We're getting quieter because we're feeling it too. We are feeling this right alongside of you. We have the strength to get through this. You just gotta tell yourself that you can do this because you actually can. Last one. There we go. And we're going into our dumbbell swing. Here we go. And down and up. It's like the power of the mind is incredible. Once you set your mind that you can do something and you keep telling yourself that, like don't say I can do it and then like 2 seconds later be like, no, I can't do it. Right? Like JK, I can't do it. You have to keep telling yourself, even if it's through the entire move, I can do this. I can do this. I will do this. I will do this into When you're done, I did this. That's exactly how that works. Going into our chest. Ooh, sorry, I lied. Wide bicep curl. So we're gonna do this a little, we're gonna go slow. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3. So again, another slight adjustment. Down, hip, slide. There we go. Keep it strong in that full body. And keeping strength in the lower body. Remember not to lock your knees on these. I think sometimes we can just get like in this straight position. Keep it slightly bent. And down. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Awesome. Chest abduction. Here we go. Hand in. It's like, I felt that on the first one.
I felt that from over here.
No, you didn't. I was like, that was the first second. It's just, you gotta laugh. You gotta have fun. Otherwise, it's gonna be miserable. And who wants to do that, right? Like, why would you let it show up on this journey? It's for you. And it has to be a joyful one. Gotta put some fun into it. Last one. Rest. Wide bicep curl. Oh my goodness, we're almost there. Here we go. In. Awesome. She knows the first thing I was gonna do was shut the floor.
I corrected myself.
I'm pretty sure the endorphins have kicked in. Like now
They sure have.
Giggle pants. It's like, if anything, move your body so that you just get endorphins going and just be happier, you know? It's like if you had a tough day or you woke up and it's just like, there's a cloud over your head, it's like, move your body for a little bit. So, you know, it's like a pajama dance party, rest. Those endorphins, it's like, you just get you worked up. We are on the trot set. Kick back, I almost missed that. Here, I'm gonna start on it. In, out, and in, out, and in. There we go, out, there we go. All that giggling, and I distracted her. I'll take the blame for it. It's
I got caught up in the giggle.
I will take 100% of the blame. We're almost there. Look at that, we're almost there. We have this move and one more. And then we're done. Of course, we ended the roll and rest. We're into these tricep flat. And here we go, let's have it. Awesome. Just concentrate. Make sure your shoulders aren't coming into your ears. That was like a cue for myself. I can feel that. Because we've just been working. I was just holding a little bit of extra tension in my shoulders, so, you know, not sure. Keep it in there. We're almost done. I know it's burning. 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm surprised I had enough arm strength for that high five. Right? Check it out. Just shake it. I'll just do a couple of arm swings to loosen up your shoulders. Do a wide shoulder roll, so I'll come here. Instead of just doing this, bring slow, just open that up. I know you're probably like, I need assistance lifting that arm up. Just open that up. Reverse if you can. Even if you just do it like that way, it's whatever. Get some movement in there. Because holding some of these positions, like I could feel just Just get a little tight on the end. Awesome. You're gonna bring your right arm across. It's always important to remember you can always throw in if it's not, I know I'm notoriously bad for stretching. I can be, I can get lazy about it sometimes. So I purposefully, put yoga into my practice, whether it's a yin yoga or if it's just doing a few stretches on the ground. I think thread the needle is a great one for shoulders. Love that. Foam rolling, myofascial release. There's different things you can help your body to recover, especially going into, this week. We're bumping things up, and maybe you found the first couple of weeks, bring it back over. Your body was doing great at recovering, doing the stretching, but then you're like, we're bumping things up, you're adding weights, and there's a little bit more tightness. Adding those things in helps your body recover faster, kind of loosen some of that tension, because you're working muscle, you're building. So that self-care is a good thing. I feel like it was a PSA. Like, this is your brain. This is your brain. Oh, it's those endorphins. Other side, so hand. Even if you want to find like a wall or sometimes even like the door frame, I'm gonna put my arm and stretch out this upper part. We don't really have that here, but there's different upper body stretches if you feel like this isn't quite enough of a stretch. There's so many resources out there. And just bring this button over. Oh, that's good. It's like my hand just barely cleared my hair. So deep breath. As you exhale, if you can push it a little bit deeper. Nice long stretch here. And release. Shake it out. That was amazing. You got through this. You should be so proud of yourself. I am so proud of you. That was taking it to the next level. That was not easy, and you crushed it. So we're gonna keep on going. Next day is day 13, and I will see you then.